the first thing that you really need to get down to is how do you structure the offer? How do you get an offer to convert? Because if the offer converts, everything else is going to work. Hey, this is George, and I quickly want to talk about how to avoid the one biggest marketing mistake that comes up quite often when I speak to martial arts school owners. So just a bit of context. I'm in New Zealand right now, and we just on a bit of a family vacation, and we've got this awesome view, and the weather's been up and down, but today is just such a perfect day on the lake here in Hamilton. So I just wanted to get that on video. So here's what happens, right? So we've got a program, the Martial Arts Media Academy, where we help school owners with all areas of marketing when it comes to emailing, Facebook, Google, etc. And where the problem came was trying to mix too many of the same strategies. So here's what happened. One of our members have been trying to get their Facebook ad to really work. And we've got an email structure that sends out basically we structure emails that go out to your prospects. It's structured over about 2 weeks, and it basically helps build a relationship with your prospects while you're not there. And so when doing email, you follow there's certain things you can do, right? There's a certain way you can speak, there's a certain way that you can format your message. And the first message that goes out, we call it the kitchen sink, because it's everything in the kitchen sink, right? It's telling the prospect everything they need to know about you. And so where the confusion came in was trying to actually use this strategy because our member got such good results with this one email, he decided it would be a good idea to put that on a Facebook ad. But the problem was that the email sends people to, I mean, it's in a whole different position, right? It's the person's already a lead, they're already a prospect, the relationship has already started, and now they get this email that sends them to YouTube, sends them to, everything that they can learn and know about them and their martial arts school, right? So when you use this on a Facebook ad, of course, that's kind of suicidal, because you're sending people to all these different locations, and by sending them to all these different locations, you've got no way to ever know if it works or not. And my exact answer was, let's say this ad works, awesome, you get a good result, that'll be great. But let's say you run it again and it doesn't work, then there's no way for you to know why, because there were just too many variables, right? People went to YouTube, people went here, people went here, people went here. So that creates a lot of confusion, and that's not so confusion so much, but there's no way for you to actually scale and improve that type of ad. So here's what the biggest mistake is. The biggest mistake is trying to do too many things too soon and sending people to too many directions too soon. So when you create an ad, and it's a very common thing, but just have people do the one simplest thing that's going to start the conversation with them. How can you make it easy for them to raise their hand and do something? And sometimes that's just a comment, sometimes that's sending a message. Because here's the thing, right? If you've never run a Facebook ad and you've never got anybody to respond, so you've never got a conversion on your Facebook ad, then nothing else is going to work, right? So the first thing that you really need to get down to is how do you structure the offer? How do you get an offer to convert? Because if the offer converts, everything else is going to work. So if a person's going to respond to your offer, then you can start looking at, okay, how do I make this landing page better? How do I make this message better? But on the front end, got to get the offer to convert. I hope that helps. Yeah, if it helps in some way, leave me a comment below, or yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.